Hello, I am Rod.
And Darius.
And we are now going to give you a guided tour of base camp. And
that is 5,200 meters above the sea level.
And we'll show you what's nice and what's not so nice. And we'll show you what we do here and what we don't do here.
Welcome to my home away from home. My boudoir at base camp.
Here we are at 5,200 meters, and I'm doing a little bit of domestic cleaning with you know, your domestic household product. So it was pretty novel of Russell to actually buy it. But actually it's quite worthwhile because yeah, it was getting a bit dirty in here, so we needed to give it a little clean up. Oh, it is. I mean, it's our own little lounge come bar come movie theatre, so we've got to keep it nice and clean and tidy, and you know, we can take some pride in the place. Really, it's the first time that something like this has actually been done here, and the structure is just such a superb tent or dome, as we call it. I think it'll be the first of many to come. I wouldn't be surprised next year if Russell uses more of these tents for dining rooms and you know, just for general use, because they're just so strong, and comfortable and very swish. Yeah, it is very swish, and we've made it swish by putting carpet in, you know, having comfortable chairs, you know, having nice rugs on the couches, and having the novelness of the bar. So it's a pretty unique situation that we have here, and I think we're exceedingly lucky to be able to enjoy it. You know, many other expedition members, when they've come past and they've looked in here, you just see their jaws drop as they kind of. Oh.
This is the ablutions WC water closet. We have
so for the team members, we have 2 tents with a shower and a toilet here.
Yeah. Anyway, the shower, we have a mirror. We try not to look at this very much in the mountain because the mountain doesn't make you very pretty, does it? But it's not about being pretty. So that's a mirror which the girls use, and occasionally we use it for shaving. This is to wash your hands after you've been wiping your bottom.
Do it on and off again, and hold on, and go.
Off. To go to the loo, it's very complicated. You need to almost be a ballerina because you have to balance on that rock and hover. And occasionally there's a mess, which you tend to ignore or just hover over. And luckily enough, there's 45 bottoms here in base camp, which is why we have a whole bag full of loo roll. So our bottoms will always have a friend.
Show me this.
And do you want to have a look in there? Sherpas tents, mess tents, our tents. Over here. Climbers Alley.
So the Climbers Alley, our avenue, yeah? Living starting from team, United States of America, Moons, Denmark, me, Lithuania, Rod, Great Britain. Who is behind us? Rod.
Fred.
Fred, another side.
Bets.
And Betsy.
The Japanese over there.
Guides.
Doctors.
Yeah.
So this is a fancy tent. This is base camp Everest. This isn't like the Northwoods, Minnesota. So my brothers, you know, they're gonna think this is pretty girly. But you know what? The boys' tents look like this here too. It might seem like a bit of clutter here in the tent, but we're gone for a couple of months, you have to realize. Have to have an alarm clock because you have to be up for certain things.
Every morning, the Sherpas come and give us a choice of milky tea, a black tea and a hot towel, which is quite a nice way to wake up. And these yellow tents here, they're a combination of storage tents or mess tents or cooking tents. This is a typical mess tent. If you come in here.
Join in.
Oh, the place to get some hot water, tea, and
relax.
Breakfast, dinner, and supper place. And we have 4 of that tents here in the camp.
1, 2, yeah.
Yeah, 4 tents. So we're sharing the climbers. Japanese sometimes are eating at the
Yeah,
separate
guides. Guides.
and the filming teams in the separate tents.
This looks the same on the outside. It looks the same on the outside, but it's not on the inside. It's very, very important. This is where all the guides have their meetings to talk about the climbers and the film crew. This is where the doctor sticks things in you to measure your heart rate, your pulse, your oxygen levels, your blood pressure levels.
There is a lot of beer.
And there's a lot of, this is where they store the beer.
We charge all the equipment here.
And this is where the telephones are. You can make telephone calls anywhere in the world here.
And we're receiving mails
And you can get on the internet and look at
mails
this.
are coming right here on the satellite.
And you can. Okay, this is Putja Place. This is where they have ceremonies, so they can say prayers and they can protect all the climbers and everyone on the mountain. And it's a very important thing for everyone to do before you come here, because it gives you that little bit of extra protection that you can't have or get anywhere else. And they burn incense here in the fire, and they throw rice, and they give gifts and chocolate and beer and all sorts of good gifts get placed upon this piece of rock here, and it's good. It gives you that invisible protection which you don't have on the mountain.
Raise flags.
And every time the wind blows, it says a prayer, and it's a good thing. This is where the big boss lives. The big boss lives and makes decisions, and he looks at the weather forecast to tell us when we can climb that big thing behind the clouds over there.
So let's better go take some beer.
It's better not to go in there, otherwise we get in trouble. Shh.